The UK Home Office has taken into action to curb net migration, and trust me, by the time they are done with this sweep, millions of migrants would have left the UK, as this is going to be the largest deportation in the history of UK since 2018. 2025 will mark a turning point in UK immigration system as policy begins to tighten, leaving many migrants uncertain about their future. This crackdown is affecting every part of the UK, the northern part, England, Scotland, and even Wales, affecting the UK working visa, asylum claims, and many much more.
Breaking news for you today. We have images of illegal migrants and foreign offenders being deported from the UK. They've just been released for the very first time as the government confirms that 19,000 foreign nationals have been removed from the country since the Labour Party came to power. It is taking tough action on those with no right to live or work in Britain.
They've observed many people are here working illegally, contributing nothing to their country. They've done their search extensively, and if you look at the recent tweet by the UK Prime Minister, it says many people are coming into the country working illegally, are able to move in here to do illegal jobs, hence they need to work on the tightening of their border, securing their border to avoid this. This is the ongoing situation right now in the UK. So many factors is influencing this. First of all is that of people being able to move here illegally from all parts of the world, from the European countries and even Africa. Another factor affecting this is the abuse of the working visas, where most people would come in with a bought COS, being the certificate of sponsorship, paying heavily through their nose to be able to move into the UK via work, but on coming here they realize that they've been defrauded, they've been scammed, hence they become stranded, and without being able to switch visa, they have nowhere else to go, only to resort staying into the country to do illegal jobs. Evidence has been shown that most people who claim to come in here via the study route only come in with the intention as to gain access into the country, but not to study. Another factor that is affecting this, which is the most grievous of them all, is the criminal act amongst most migrants. I just heard a story of a migrant woman who goes about writing the life in the UK text for people, pretending to be them. This particular woman has taken the life in the UK text for a lot of people, collecting money from them while pretending to be them, going to these examination centers to take this on their behalf. So you see why there is an ongoing situation about migration in the UK, and the topic is very big right now. It is hot. Everyone is talking about this. A lot of migrants are on their toes, afraid of the future, afraid of any policy changes, and a lot more. And would I blame the UK government looking for means to cut and reduce migration? Of course not. This is because no one would want their country to be highly polluted, especially when you're coming in here as a migrant and you're not contributing anything beneficial into the country. As a matter of fact, I am in full support of this, and I believe the tax should be make Britain great again. Yes, you heard me right. Getting the IAR now or the citizenship would be very tough for migrants in this country. If the T's are not crossing or the I's are not dotting well, you may be denied your citizenship. No matter how long you've stayed in this country, be it you've been here for 10 years, you've been here for 5 years, or even much more, as long as your characters are not sitting rightly, your conduct of acts are not in well placed, then you may just be denied citizenship. Now the UK Home Office has told every immigration officers to ensure they check properly. Once your act of conduct has been slight or tilted even a bit, your citizenship would not be granted. Guys, this is a call for every migrant watching me right now. Ensure that you are acting well, ensure you are behaving well, because they are looking for every means to remove migrants as much as possible. Immigration officers are going to places, workplaces, bars, etc., looking for any loopholes to remove these migrants. Many migrants are in deportation center as I speak. Some migrants have already been sent on flight, removing them from the country. The policies are now so tightened, making many migrants to reconsider their future in the UK. No matter what race you are from, as long as you're a migrant in the UK, guys, this affects everyone. Absolutely everyone. And also, no matter what visa route you use in coming into the UK, you need to keep your ears up, keep your toes up, and ensure you do the right thing as being asked by the UK government. Come to think of it, they're not asking for so much. They're only asking you to move into their country legally and ensure you are contributing rightly into the UK economy, into the UK growth and stability of the country, not otherwise. But you know the way we behave sometimes. We move in here and we start acting like people without home training. The new immigration rules include a point-based system right now that says if you don't meet certain points, certain criteria, your visa may not be granted, or if you're in the UK, you may just get deported, refusal of ARU, and also the citizenship. Now, the UK policy is now designed to ensure those who are coming in would make the uttermost changes and significant contribution into the country. What do you all think about this, guys? Do you think the UK Home Office is making the right decision here? Do you think the UK government has made the right decision to look into migrants that are not fit to be in the country and deporting them henceforth? Do you think that this new rules surrounding citizenship and getting IARU is fair? As I heard of a story of a particular woman that has just been denied a citizenship after 15 years in the country just because of a police record she had at a place of work years ago. Guys, do you think this policy would also affect you? What visa type are you on here as a migrant? Are you considering moving to another country? I just want to hear your views about this. But yes, this is the new update surrounding the whole UK immigration policy. Is the UK still viable? I don't know, but we shall keep on looking and waiting for much more updates. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please do not forget to like this video and also subscribe to this channel for much more information about relocating to the UK, immigration policies in the UK, and many more. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Foreign national offenders, and also to take those other illegal immigrants on a charter flight to a location that's undisclosed. The Home Office are telling us very little about the details of the flight.
That's why we are today in Parliament debating new counter-terror style powers to go after the criminal gangs, and we also need to clear the ridiculous backlog that we inherited from the Conservatives, so that also small boat arrivals who have no right to be in the UK can also be returned as part of the increase in returns and enforcement that this Labour government has been setting out. We have to make sure rules are respected and enforced. The asylum and immigration systems are important, but for too long those rules just simply haven't been properly enforced. That's why we're boosting both returns and enforcement, with 19,000 people who don't have any right to be in the UK returned since the general election, and also a big increase in the illegal working raids and arrests to make sure we're also going after the employers who are exploiting migrant workers.